So Nicole, as I say, I do apologise that you're up so early. I'm sure I did say you could change that, but not to worry. We'll get started. I know that you have responsibilities in an hour, so let's get this party started and let's find out a bit more about you. So, Nicole, can you tell the people watching what you do for a business?
Well, I help women over 40 lose weight for the last time. I do have a different approach in the sense of like, we definitely work on fitness. We definitely work on nutrition. But the third part is really the mindset. Like we know that an Oreo is not as good for us as an apple. So nutrition, I feel like, is more common sense and more mindset than like, you're not going to get a meal plan. There's no diets. There's nothing like that. So yeah, so that's what I do.
And I think that's very powerful because, and I think when we met, you were part of this cohort of coaches on my screen. You all had different businesses, but you all focused on mindset because you realised that is the blocker for probably 90% of people who do say, "Hey, I'm going to lose weight. Hey, I'm going to get fit." Any kind of insider tips as to how you kind of start working with people in their minds?
Yeah. So like you said, I started in 2006 with my business, and probably half of that I spent just focused on fitness and nutrition, like your typical, this is the workout you're going to do. These are the foods you're going to eat and all that. And people got, they lost weight, but seeing them later, they haven't kept it off. So when I started adding in the mindset, and really I added it in for me because I was going through, like, I'm 48. So when I was...
Oh, hold on a second. What?
I'm 48.
Okay, well, what we'll do afterwards, we'll talk about your secret and we'll sell that.
What I teach everybody is my secret.
Boom! What an advert.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're watching this now, well, you can see for yourself. Wow.
Yeah, but I was going through my own stuff in my brain because I was a professional ballet dancer years ago. And there's a lot of mind stuff with nutrition, especially, you're supposed to be like a toothpick, and they generally teach you to not eat for a long time and then overeat after the performance is over. And, kind of stepping out of that world and into my regular world, I was like, why can't I do this? And what's wrong with me? I used to have massive cravings for white powdered cream-filled donuts. I don't know if you...
I like jam-filled donuts.
No jam.
Yeah, you're saying that now.
No, I will never like jam-filled donuts.
All right, fair enough. You win.
Do you guys have Cinnabon over there? Cinnabon. If you ever come to the United States, there's these huge cinnamon bun buns. Cinnamon bun buns. They're delicious. That's another one of my kryptonites. But I used to have lots of cravings for them. And so going through the mental process of like figuring out how to, deal with my cravings, deal with the mind stuff that's in my brain, I started developing these tools, based on what I was learning.
Yeah.
And so I started applying them to my clients, and the people that I work with from when I started the mindset till present, they've kept the weight off a lot easier. And my program too, because of COVID, has really kind of honed in on like, this is how you lose weight and this is how you keep it off. No matter whether you're 40, 50, 60, 90, 100 years old, you will know how to do it.
Fantastic.
Because that's the key. Like diets, you lose it and then you're like, oh, I get to eat whatever I want again. And you go back and blow up like a puffer fish.
Yeah, I can relate to that. So, 2006, you set up the business. I mean, what inspired you? Why this? Why fitness? Why weight loss? What was it? What was the catalyst?
Well, like I said, I was a professional ballet dancer in my 20s. And I was like, I need to find something that doesn't rely on my body so much. So I went into physical therapy. So I have a physical therapy degree, and I worked in that field. And during that time, I became a personal trainer. And the place I was working at, I was doing physical therapy and I was running the gym. I loved running the gym so much more. I love physical therapy, but I loved running the gym. And I got married and had my son. And as I was pregnant and working there, I kept telling him, don't worry, I'll be back. It's just a baby, not a big deal, you know.
I'll be back.
Yeah. And then when my son was born, I was like, there's no way I'm going back. So he was born, my daughter was born, not 22 months later. And then I was like, lots of Sesame Street, lots of, you know, reading to the kids and spending, you know, mom time, which I loved. But I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do something that's more adult fulfilling for my brain.
Yeah.
And I actually started doing online training in 2006. And the technology was horrible. It was nothing like it is today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I was a pioneer, I guess. But that only lasted for like a year because it was too time consuming.
Yeah, because I would imagine, because obviously that's pre 4G. So
oh yeah,
was this you recording videos and then making them available to download or available on YouTube, or maybe even sending the video out?
No, there was a program that trainers could get where you could kind of pick like pieces of the workout and do it. I honestly don't even remember, but it's nothing like I have today. Like I have an app that basically walks, like I design the workouts, but it walks them through the workout. They check in, I get a notification. I mean, it's so sophisticated compared to, we're talking like prehistoric in 2006.
Boom. Oh, that's amazing. And inspirational as well, because like you say, you're a pioneer. You are a female entrepreneur in the digital world, been there, seen it, done it. Probably was, you know, dealing with Google when Google was still an infant. Oh, brilliant. So what have been some of the challenges that you faced with most certainly the last 2 years has been a little bit crazy, but what have been some of the challenges that you faced over the time with the business?
I think just diving in and kind of feeling your way through, because after I did the online, I went and did Mommy and Me boot camps out in the park. And so most of my business was in the parks, and we were doing, you know, fitness workouts, and eventually it evolved into women's workouts in the park. And then I had a studio for a little bit. So it was just, and then, you know, it was like pivots. Every time there's a new pivot and you just have to adjust.
Yeah.
Same thing with COVID, you know, that was a big pivot. That was a great pivot for my business, I have to say.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of finding out the way to do it. And, you know, I don't have a business degree, so it was learning as I was going, you know, hiring a marketing people to kind of understand, okay, what do we do? Because literally I went from I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in dance, and then I have my physical therapy degree. There's no business.
Listen, you know? Right. I mean, you know, and listen, I'm not going to be disparaging to anyone who's got a business degree, but a business degree doesn't necessarily mean you're going to take action and create your own business. It's a nice qualification to have.
Right.
Well, it's all about action, and what I'm hearing from you is the journey. The journey sounds like it's been a roller coaster of highs and lows, and happiness and angerness, and and I think that's the thing what a lot of people don't appreciate. I think when you're in the moment and you're going through it, it's like, oh, it's the end of the world. And the reality is, it's just part of a minute part of that time. It's gonna things take shape. That's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. And I think things happen for a reason, you know. So like looking back on my life, I'm like, oh, I can totally see how that got me to here. Yeah.
And I think COVID definitely, you know, I did promise I'd never say the word on my thing, but it did focus a lot of people's minds as to, well, what's important, and most certainly with yourself, how can I make sure I'm still effective, I'm still helping people during this crazy time.
Yeah, I think COVID too, like you were kind of forced to look at your brain.
Yeah.
Unless you were really like watching TV all day long. I mean, there's so much you can do like while you're home.
Oh, look, the scars have gone up again.
Let's paint the walls again. Yeah.
Oh, dear. So I want to say hi to Natasha. Hi, Natasha. Thanks for joining us. Natasha Gordon owns the Crystal Healing Energist, a fantastic destination retail venue in a place called West Bromwich, which you'll probably never have heard of here in the West Midlands. So my favourite question, actually. You've already revealed a secret, but tell us one thing about you that not many people know about.
Ooh, huh.
It hasn't got to be too bad.
No. Keep it Jing.
No. Keep it on a down low.
I'm trying to think. I don't know what people don't know about me. I guess I'm kind of a goofball sometimes.
A
Like
goofball? What's a goofball?
Well, I have to say, and I hope this doesn't offend, but I have like a British sense of humor, like that dry.
Good.
Like I like watching BBC, and
yeah,
I'm going to date myself here, but like the Blackadder. I don't know.
Oh, Blackadder! I had a plan so cunning. Oh, yeah. I mean, Monty Python was a little bit. I don't know.
Depends on the.
Yeah, some jokes were good. Some were like, a
little off.
You know what I mean? And some of them haven't really aged well. But yeah, I mean, Blackadder. I mean, we'll talk about that later. So you're a bit. So that's called a goofball then? If you like a bit of British comedy.
No, goofball meaning like sometimes it's just like silly, you know, like I don't know. Like when the kids were little, I would just randomly talk to them in like with an accent just for fun, just different, you know.
Oh, that's because you're real. That's because you're real.
Like, you know.
We all do that.
That's a good answer, but
I just become a granddad. Whenever I see my grandson, I gag waggle gag waggle goo goo boo boo ba la la. That's how I speak to him. I don't speak to him in English. Anyway, as we move on, if there was somebody out there crazy enough right now who wanted to start their own business, no, I'm only joking. It's a commendable thing to do. What 3 bits of advice would you give that person?
Number one, I would say, again, it's not a mindset, like really be confident in what you're going to start, because there's going to be a lot of naysayers. There's going to be a lot of mind drama in your own head that like, you're not good enough. This will never work, that kind of thing. Like really, when you make a decision and make it the right choice, you know? I would also say never stop learning. Like, I know for me, I am constantly diving into like audible.com, you know, all kinds of different books and whether it's marketing, that kind of thing. And just take whatever you can out of those, because not everything you read is going to resonate with you, or everything you learn is going to resonate, but take the little nuggets that you do and put them in. And then I guess third would be like, you are unique. There is only one you. And there's a reason why you're being called or driven to put this out in the world. Trust your instincts and go with the flow, you know, like really jump in and be the best version of whatever it is, and know that it's going to evolve over the years. Like the person I am now is not the same person that I was in 2006 when I started this business. So absolutely. Yeah.
Fantastic. Right. Excellent. So, is there anything that the people watching can do to help you, Nicole?
I have 2 options if they want to learn more about me and what my philosophy is I have a podcast called Shape It Up Over 40. It was ranked by FeedSpot number 54 out of 70 of the top must follow fitness podcast. I know that's a mouthful. Very excited about that.
You need to have a banner you can just hold up.
I know. But you can check that out. Shape It Up Over 40 podcast. I also have a Facebook group that I just started that I am loving. It's called Women Over 40 Lose Weight and Ditch Diets. I cannot wait. Like, get in now because it's free, but get in now because in this, we're going through some stuff in January, the Jingle Blitz and some stuff. But then when I love it. I know, they're little workouts. And then in January, we're going to be doing a lot more. So I'm really excited about both those things. So
fantastic. Well, please, if you can drop those links in the video comments underneath the video. So anybody who wants to come and join the group or just wants to connect with you can get hold of you. That's absolutely fantastic. People, thank you so much for watching today with me and Nicole Simonin of Shape It Up. This has a cool name. As I say, if you do want to reach out to Nicole, she's going to have all of her links in the comments. Just feel to get in touch with her. If you are a lady who wants to lose weight for the last time, then just get in touch. See what she can teach you. She's got a lot of knowledge to share. She knows her stuff. Brilliant. Nicole, don't go anywhere. We'll have a debrief if my mouse will work. And people, thank you so much for joining. And I shall see you all next week.